Patch 6.35 is finally here, with all of this brand new content for us to sink our teeth into. From bunnies needing our crafting hand, to continuing the adventures of Hildibrand, into a deep dungeon full of mystery and surprise, lies a challenge only we can surmise. So without further ado, let's take a look at this content. The Loporrit tribe quests were finally made available this patch. These are the dailies I've been waiting for since Endwalker first launched, and I have been loving every minute of it. The Loporrits are just so endearing and cute, from their naming conventions such as Dreaming Way or Inventing Way, to their personalities. I just love everything about them. And this daily questline is all about helping them find purpose, something that can make them happy. And I just love that the first thing that we do is build a rave, because really, what is more happy than that? Bright and colorful flashing lights, confetti raining down from the heavens, you put on your favorite costume, grab your glow sticks, and jam to some incredible hopping music. And this part alone makes this my favorite daily hub area to date, and I absolutely adore the staff clothing. If they sold that on the Mog Station, I would head over and buy it immediately. And I am someone who never buys anything off of the Mog Station. I also thought that it was hilarious that I am using my culinary skills to literally cook up the parts needed to build this rave. The thought of creating lighting parts and spare audio parts in my frying pan, that is some great imagery. Anyways, on to the next bit of content. The next chapter of the Adventures of Hildibrand was also released in this patch, and it was a blast. I just love how the writers are constantly one-upping just how ridiculous and over-the-top Hildibrand's story is. The things that happen to this guy and the scenarios he finds himself in are some of my favorite parts of this game. The characters he meets are always fun and engaging, and the interactions keep a smile plastered across my face. This time around, we get a brand new addition to the crew, named Brandyhild, the imperfect boxy clone of Hildibrand. When he showed up, I damn near fell out of my chair. If I had coffee in my mouth, I might have done a spit take. I also love that cutaway that they did, where Brandyhild sits in a chair with a cup of tea, and then all of this math is circling around him as he's trying to figure out the math behind different trajectories. But I think the best part of the questline was the solo duty, because you control Godbird and he really lives up to that name. He can permanently sprint, all of his attacks hit like a truck, his abilities are all massive AoEs that destroy everything around him. He is a one-man wrecking crew. He is such a beast that he can chase down missiles and blow them up in their track. And so fast that he can sidestep mechanics that usually require multiple party members. So the question I ask is, why isn't he the one going out to save the world? He seems like he could handle it. So continuing on with the Manderville stuff, the Relic quest also got its next step. It doesn't upgrade the item level of your weapon, but you do get a fancy glow around it. It's going to cost 1,500 Tomestones of Astronomy, so not too bad if you just want to do a few weapons, but an awful lot of grinding if you're looking to get the full set. And finally, there's the new deep dungeon, Eureka Orthos. So I made the huge mistake of trying to go at it solo right from the start, not realizing just how difficult even the first 10 floors would be with a level 0 weapon and armor. The enemies were taking forever to kill, at least on my red mage, and I was taking a lot of damage as well. So I managed to get to the first boss with a few minutes left on the timer, but I was stressing out because of the timer, and then I saw how little damage I was doing. I started to make a lot of mistakes and wound up dying. It really felt like I wasted my first hour in there. But afterwards, I went in with a party, and it was pretty smooth sailing up to floor 21. Now, floor 21 and beyond has a pretty steep difficulty spike, with enemies that can easily one-shot you, if you aren't being careful. There are also these powerful enemies called Dreadbeasts that can absolutely wreak havoc on your party. We fought one that took our tank out in 2 hits, and then turned and one-shot me at full health. These are no joke. you basically need to use a powerful Protomander to even make them doable. So yeah, that's everything I did in this patch. I am not much into crafting, so I haven't went for the new relic crafting tools, but that is something else you can chip away at. For me, the meat and potatoes of this patch will be the deep dungeon. My goal is to clear floor 100 solo, and I imagine that will take a long time to achieve. Anyways, that'll be all for this one. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. I hope you are all having fun with the new content, and until next time, bye!